my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing up.
Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Pollard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Johnson, the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. He's coming.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Bobby 19! 55! Go!
Now Allen on 3rd down. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bills first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
On second down, McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ballgame.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Allen looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down now, Benjamin. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To the air, Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen throwing on 3rd and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
1st down, Bills.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Bills' first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
You draw quarters. Look out.
Here's Pollard. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. So we got man.
Allen now looks to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, let's bring it.
To throw, it's Allen. Allen hit, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's the one you meant to screen.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Johnson was the intended receiver. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 22-yard line.
QB's trap, go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. And an alley to run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch. Here we go.
Here's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Allen to throw. To throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And now they'll throw with Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
All day, every day.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
5 wide. Getting the ball. 87's getting the ball. Single. Seven's a mile.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
This is McCaffrey on the give. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 36-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, Benjamin. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. And now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Get team running. Get team running. I'm coming. I'm coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
Yeah. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for